Salutations! Welcome to another episode of Foxx Plays KSP, the 365-day challenge. So, we've been having some failures lately. First, the failed landing of our electrical equipment on the moon, and then the utility station, which suffered from problems that it was designed to solve. But no matter, we are undeterred, so we're launching a supply mission to it right now to kind of get it up to date, ship shape, Bristol fashion, etc. And anything left over can be used when it's on station and used to kind of fix or repair or resupply any missions that might take off without all things accounted for. So, alright, I'm gonna hop over to the launch pad and we'll kick this thing off. Alrighty, here we are. I think we're all set. Throttle up, SAS on. Here we go. Boom. It's a little slow off the pad. A little slow. Just barely over 1 thrust-to-weight ratio. That's okay. It's launching. We've got our resupply mission is being conducted by Scout 4, and it is riding to orbit atop a ALV-2 D variant that I've assembled. And that's with all 3 stages having an extended fuel tank. I'm actually quite nervous now. This is very slow. This is very slow. Oh boy. We'll make it though. Oh, so we've got some brave Kerbal there to head outside and grab all the bits and fasten them up and get everything attached in all the right places. Just gonna throttle down ever so slightly, just because our heat is getting pretty high. I don't think it'll overheat, but it's one of those better safe than sorry kind of deals. All right, as we gain altitude, we burn off more and more fuel, and our thrust-to-weight ratio is looking a lot more healthy. Still not what it could be, but yeah, see, I'd like to be going more or less double this speed at this altitude, but, oh well. We're going to start to turn over ever so slightly. We're going to need, basically, the gravity turn that I use works best when you have much higher thrust-to-weight ratios than I have here. But at the very least, I'd like the upper stage, or the launch stage here, not to fall back down on the KSC when I jettison it. So I'm gonna start turning over. So a little bit of an update. I've just been crazy busy the last few days, and I cannot quite get everything in order, and that's why I've been having so much trouble with keeping up to date with the episodes. And well, I won't bore you with the details, but it's definitely becoming clear to me that this is a much bigger challenge than I ever thought it might be. So. First stage cutoff. Here we go. Second stage ignition. Yeah, we're not even out of the thick atmosphere, so that's no good. Right, so I'm definitely going to keep at it, and I think basically I'm going to bend the rules slightly for myself, just to make sure that I don't get discouraged if I miss a day, because that's a real worry. Is if I like miss a day, I don't want to go, oh, I missed a day. Well, I don't know. I've already failed. Maybe I won't keep going. I really don't want to do that. So basically, what I'm gonna modify the rules of the challenge slightly, and those modifications are essentially that the challenge calls for 365 missions or parts of missions, and they have to be all completed by the end of the year. But they don't all have to happen once a day every day. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna absolutely try. But yeah, it gets discouraging, and life happens, and stuff comes up, and plans don't always work out. So, man, we are not getting enough altitude. This is worrying. Oh, geez, are we gonna make it to orbit? Space today? Question mark? No! Come on, guys. Come on. Pitch up a little bit. Oh, man, that's a terrible angle. Look at that. Oh, no. Yeah, anytime you're burning, 20, 30 degrees off from your prograde marker is not good. Alright. Oh, we're on our upper stage already. And we still have the fuel for the main spacecraft. So this will probably still work, but it's... Oh, jeez. So right. Basically, I think, just to make sure that I don't get kind of super complacent, videos will be posted to YouTube no more than 5 days after they were supposed to. I think that's reasonable. I think I can hold myself to that, and I think that'll work out well. I think basically our next big goal is a significant carbonite refining facility on the moon. That's kind of been the intention for like the past 2 weeks, but it just keeps not materializing because things keep going wrong. But hopefully I can turn things around here. I gotta say, losing the Jingfang solar array was a huge blow. I think I put more time and effort and energy into planning that mission than any other mission before it. So losing it was just devastating. It was rough. So I think I'm going to have a kind of a new policy of anything that's designed to land on the moon needs to have 2,000 delta V in a 30 by 30 kilometer parking orbit. Basically, once it's in a 30 by 30 orbit, it needs 2 kilometers delta V for me to consider landing it, which is overkill. I understand, but my skills are not. I'm not very good at keeping things, nice and neat and efficient. So that's just unfortunately how it goes. Yeah, I'm a much better builder than I am a pilot. I do like building things in this game quite a lot. It's immensely enjoyable. Alright, so we're gonna do a quick roll here. So roll to heads up. Something else that I want to... Oh, jeez. I think we'll make it. It's just a lot closer than I'd like. Jeez, I'm crow. So there we are, Scout 4. So something else that I definitely do want to start doing is space planes, because it's one of those things that I have made SSTOs before, and I rather enjoy them. And in an earlier video, I made a space shuttle, but it wasn't really a space shuttle. It was something that looked very similar to a space shuttle and launched very similar to a space shuttle, but was not, in fact, reusable. Mainly because it was effectively just a lawn dart. Alright, so we are in an orbit. Huzzah! We shall deploy all our gadgetry, bits, bobs, and other assorted accoutrements. There we are. Very nice. Okay, so next up we need to rendezvous with the utility station. Is that it? Nope. ODARP 2. Utility station 1. Set as target. What's going on there? Oh, that's his maneuver node that he's not going to be able to make. Yeah. Whoopsie. Alright, well, I'm going to put a cut here, and I'm going to come back when we're ready to dock. Just because, docking takes a while, and I do want to kind of put some of the EVA shenanigans on camera, just because I find them interesting. So I'll see you in a quick mo. Alrighty, and we are sliding right up to our target here. I'm going to start slowing down. And slow down the rest of the way. Alright, docking computer. Here we go. Let's make sure we've got our correct docking port. Let's take the one on the other side. Alright, perfect. And we shall control from our docking port. Alright, and maneuver a bit. Okay, so looks like a large portion of our what we're going to need to do is to translate backwards, essentially. Alrighty. Alright, and we're gonna perform a roll. Very slight. Slight-ish. Alright. And alrighty. Translate. Alrighty. Still lined up. deviating slightly. Our roll could certainly stand to be adjusted by about 4 degrees, give or take. Alright, and we're going to push forward just slightly so we're no longer gaining distance quite so much. Alright, and our orientation has deviated. That's partly to do with the fact that I moved some of Scout's RCS ports. That was just so that it wasn't kind of crashing into the RCS tanks while it was firing. Remember, your RCS tanks are not ablative. You do not want to be ablating your tanks with the exhaust of your RCS. Alrighty. So, first we... Yep. And then we... Yep. Yeah, a little bit more. Alright, and... a bit of a roll. Alright, and RCS on. And close with target. Closing with at quite a healthy 1.15 meters a second. And I've turned fine controls on so I can get just a little bit more well, control. Alright. Alright, and we're going to back off the throttle a little bit. Bring it down to about 5 meters a second. Seems good. Sorry I'm not working the camera as much as I might be. There we go. Alrighty, so it's time to start doing some of our EVA, and Tanner Kerman, I believe, is our engineer. So we're going to get him out here. And he's going to bang his head on his crew cabin. Spinning around like a madman there, Tanner. Alright. Well, solar panel. Alright, and first off, he's going to basically grab a whole bunch of these containers and move them over to the station. And from there, he'll start attaching various bits and bobs and actually doing some of the grunt work. Alright, and of course the weight of these things is not insubstantial, and definitely kind of slow him down. Oh, whacked his head. Oh, my head. Alright, so I am going to take a, or I'm going to try and kind of spread the weight out just so that the station remains a little bit balanced. And while we're out here, we're actually going to also kind of deploy some of the gadgets that we see around the station. Oh no! Ow! Oof! Ah! Got a wire through my head. Alright, oh, here we go. Whoop. Swing ourselves around there. No, whoa, whew. I need to watch my RCS just to make sure that it doesn't drain too much. Oh, there we go. And this one is gonna go down here on the other side. Once I store this, I'm just going to do the other 4 off camera, just to save a little bit of time, and we'll come back when we're ready to start doing some of the actual fixing of the station. So, alright, I'll get the other 4 done up, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alrighty, there it is. All the containers have been properly stored. And our RCS is down to about half, so we're going to hop back into our orbital module. Actually, no, we're going to use the part that was actually designed for this, because I'm using the Stockalike station parts pack here, which are these wonderful crew cabins, these big, fancy, high-tech looking bits, including the stocking module for the large clampetron. And you'll actually, if we zoom in here a little bit, actually says airlock. And that's just a self-contained part that's actually meant to just be an airlock. So very cool. So we're going to use our airlock. Alright. Whoa. What happened there? Alright, so, and then we're going to EVA once again. Yep, and he has replenished his store of RCS. Alright, so I think we're going to want, first up we're going to want the RCS, or not the RCS, the monopropellant. Whoa! Getting some lag and it's causing some weird control glitches. Alright. Turn our headlamp on. There we go. That's one. We'll put one on the other side. It's taking him quite a bit of RCS to be able to maneuver this big, heavy tank properly. Interesting that they changed it to EVA propellant versus monopropellant. Strange. Alright, I think that's good enough. So we're going to switch back to our behemoth here. And see, this doesn't really help. Let's see here. There's our little Kerbal. So I think RCS ports basically just above the on the main tank, just above the orbital motors, and another set of RCS blocks up here above these windows in the crew cabin should do us. Oh, glad we caught that in time. Didn't want to bump into our panels. That would have not done. Okay, these are linear store. Where's my I'll turn off my headlamp. Where's my RCS blocks? Because I know I have tons of those. Thruster block. Are we going behind the sun? We are. Okay, so I am going to need my headlamp. Alright. Actually, we're going to help him out here. We're going to switch back to our what's going on here? There we go. We're going to switch back to our spacecraft and turn on the lights. Just for a little bit more self-illumination. And lights on. Alright. Doesn't really help, but it helps a little. It'll help me see my Kerbal better, if nothing else. Alright, so we're going to want this spin again, I think. And once again, I'm going to... okay, so that does go right above the motor. So I think I'm going to put on a few of these and then basically just put a cut and we'll have that be our mission. Alright, there's two. So we'll do two more and then we can call it quits. Let's see, is this my other one? So I want to be kind of nope. Yeah, I do want to at least try and maintain a little bit balance. And it doesn't matter a whole lot with a station this big, or this massive at least. Alright, so that was on that side, so we're going to put it here, above these windows. Every little bit helps, you know. And I'm sorry for the bad illumination, but well, such things happen when you're dealing with EVA on the dark side of the planet. So we'll do one more, and I had thought, oh no, that's not it at all. There we go. So I think I am gonna bring the Scout 4 spacecraft back home on this episode. I'm not gonna wait. But I think one Kerbal is going to stay behind with the station, and I think it is our hero here. Just because, you know, you can't always guarantee that it'll be a manned spacecraft that needs rearming or refueling or repairing or replenishing or any of those other wonderful R words. Alright, so we're going to have him find his airlock. Alrighty. Alright, and here we go. Alright, so what was his name again? Sorry for it being so dark. Uh-oh. Where'd he go? Where did he go? Okay, Tanner Kerman. Seems to be a bit bugged. There we go. So he's going to transfer deeper into the station. There we go. There we go. There he is. Safe and sound. We're actually going to do an IVA. See what all the hubbub is about. Oh, wow, this is very basic. This is very basic indeed. But it works. Lots of space to move around. Alright, so we'll accelerate time into the bright side. And then Bart Bald and James Kerman will depart aboard Scout 4 and return to Kerbin. While Tanner Kerman will stay aboard to help facilitate the kind of upgrading of the station. Alright, so here we go. There we go. How's that? Okay, that has successfully undocked. Beautiful. Oh, I was sweating bullets there for a minute. Actually, we need to redock because we need to refill some of the monopropellant tanks that have been used up. Or do we? I don't think we do. Let's forget about that. Unset target. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna kind of kick ourselves into a different orbit, and then we're gonna fire away from the station. Alrighty. So let's see, where do we want to... Let's see if we have the Delta V to go for the KSC. Here we go. We're suborbital at least. Alrighty, so let's time accelerate a little bit and see how our approach gets us. Yep, we're going to want to burn slightly because we're going to overshoot essentially. Alright, well, we've used all of our main propellant. Just going to use some of our RCS. It's not going to matter. Alrighty, so we're going to decouple. There we go. Alright. What's that gone flying? Oh, that's, I know what that is. That's some of our Kerr stocking equipment. So we're gonna turn off our SAS just to conserve power, and we're gonna get some fine controls on, just to there we go. Look at that. Coming in towards the KSC, very hot, very fast. Coming in, geez, what, Mach 2? As we pass into some of the thicker atmosphere. Nice re-entry effects. Beautiful. Alright, and we're, I believe, still supersonic. Yep, there we go, Mach effects. Alright, so we're going to wait until we're slightly lower in the atmosphere. We've slowed down a little bit. We are now subsonic. Alright, when we hit about, let's check the, check the thingies on here. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna partially deploy now. Boom, there we go. And those should fully deploy at about 400 feet. So I think I did forget something again. I know, right? That was our rest of our spacecraft plunging into the ocean depths, mostly crushing on impact. But anyway, I did forget something. I was going to dock a module to the front of Utility Station 1 that would have a whole bunch of reaction wheels and control point gyroscopes and all that for better attitude control. The RCS will help, but it will not solve our problem completely, especially because we have a very limited reserve. So I think I'm going to add a second module up there. It wasn't intended to be a multi-module deal, but I think it's appropriate. And it'll, if you remember how we worked the repair job on the Near space station that was a replica of Mir, basically we're going to do kind of the same thing. And coming in here a little bit, there we go. Hey, oh, you guys are underwater. Hey, there we go. Beautiful. I can come get rescued. All right. Well, anyway, I've been Foxx. This has been KSP. With lots of Tantares parts and Stockalike station parts pack and all sorts of fun stuff. Anyway, hope you. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care.